I came home the other day to find 3 messages on my answering machine, each nearly 2 minutes long. They were all from my friend Brian, who lives in Indiana and is working on a film. Now, Brian is a friend of mine from high school. In fact, I asked him to go to prom with me as friends, but he turned me down, saying that he wanted to save the experience of prom with somebody he was actually dating. But that was like 8 years ago. I went to prom anyway without him, but I still think it would have been cooler if I was actually going with him and he was my date. But I got home the other night and I had these messages on my machine, and they were all from Brian. And I listened to the first one, and he says, I'm sorry I haven't called you in so long, and I hope you don't hate me because I love you, and I've moved, and that's my roommate that you hear in the background. I don't think you've met him before, but he knows who you are, and he thinks that your voice is really on this answering machine. He's heard it all the time, and he thinks you have a sexy voice. And then he says, oh, really, I hope you don't hate me because I didn't mean to not call. It's just that there's a lot going on, and oh, I have a new email address, so write me, and I love you, and I hope that you're not mad, and I might be coming up to visit you in Chicago. Well, anyway, call me if you don't hate me. I love you. And that was one of the messages. And then I listened to the second one, and he says, hi, it's me again. I forgot to give you my phone number since I moved, so here it is. And I tell you that I'm making a film. I'm finally doing it. I've scraped enough money together, and so I'm doing it. And then the beginning of March is going to happen. And did you get my note? You said you did before, but I wanted to make sure. Well, call me. And that was the second message. And then I listened to the last one, and he says, hi, it's me again, and I just wanted to get back to you and tell you that, yes, I'd love to go to prom with you. I'll wear the tux and the tie and the cummerbund that matches your dress. And yes, I'll go to prom with you. Well, I guess that's about all. I hope you're not mad at me because I love you. I really do. Don't hate me. I'll talk to you soon. And so I called him back and I told him, no, I don't hate him. I love you too. And we all have busy lives, and I understand why you haven't called. I haven't called either, so don't worry. Tell me about your film, I asked. And he says that he borrowed some money and saved some money from his last job, and he's borrowing some equipment so that he can do the filming. I have the production costs taken care of, but I have no idea where the post-production money is coming from. What are you going to do? I don't know. Maybe I'll get some credit cards. Maybe there are some companies that they can use actually a tax deduction, and they'd be willing to help you finance your film. And so we talk a bit more, and I tell him that I wish that I could be there for him to help him out more. And he says that I have helped him because I validate him in what he's doing and everything that I say. And although he had no money, he felt like he finally had control over his life, and that now he knows that no matter what he chooses to do with his life, and no matter what happens to him, that he will have control in his life, and that he can handle anything. And I told him that I was so glad he felt that way, because I think that most people never get to feel that way once in their life. I was proud of him. And he asks if he could use one of the songs of mine in his film, and I told him that I would be honored. And he said no, he'd be honored. I guess it's just nice to know that I would be part of such an important film.